Good morning and welcome to a special live stream about the sinking city. Let's see if it lives up to the hype. I have had this particular title requested by viewers since the first trailers came out about the game last year. There's a lot of interest about it, and so I'm happy to be live streaming it. I've played about an hour of it, but I'm not going to talk about it much right now because I don't want to color your perceptions of it. Let's just dive into the game and start exploring to see what it's all about. I don't know if I'm going to be playing this game as my weekly Friday live stream game. So let's dive into the game and get your feedback to see if it's something you want to see more of. But quick update for the weekend. 2 new lore videos coming out. We will continue with Broken Steel. We finally get to meet Paladin Tristan at the Rockland car tunnel. And then, if I have time, I'll get into another Fallout 76 video. So, I hope you're all eager to see more about that. But without further ado, let's dive in to the sinking city. I didn't even intend that to be a pun. All right, here we go. So, let's quickly go through some of the settings here. Investigation detective. So this is the difficulty level, and as you can see, all of the different investigation levels make things either really difficult or really easy. I don't want it to be too easy, so we're going to do just the detective mode. Good morning, Ox, says Nakari. Good morning, Nakari. This is more a game to play at night there, Oxhorn, says Guardsman J. Bravo. Yeah, you're probably right. Combat, easy, normal, or hard. We'll do normal for now. I have pretty much everything on, especially including subtitles, and we're playing in windowed mode and ultra on all settings. So this is as beautiful as the game is going to get. I did a bit of work on the keybinds. I found the keybinds to be very weird, so I had to make them much more common, like melee attack to V, I had to change that, and then items to Q for the wheel, and so on and so forth. Hold on a second, I've got a little spy sneaking into my office. That is the latest game with the kids. The latest game is, let's open Daddy's office door and then get on the ground and crawl inside the office so that he can't see me, right? Without realizing that the door is right in front of my computer and I can see it open. Not to mention hear it open. I should really grease the hinges because it's loud. It's a loud squeaky door. Guardsman J. Bravo says, remember to turn all the lights out for spookiness. Maybe. Maybe I should play this at night another time, but for right now, we're just going to dive right in. So let's start a new game. A frosty welcome. Dear Mr. Charles Reed, as you've requested, I've researched the outbursts of hysteria and visions in the city of Oakmont, Massachusetts. It turns out that your assumptions were correct. Such cases are indeed more frequent here. Men and women from across the country are drawn to Oakmont, haunted by visions similar to yours. A city drowning, the presence of something great yet unknown. As luck has it, I believe we have stumbled upon the source of your ailment, and the person who might help you with it. Prepare yourself, then come to Oakmont as soon as you can. I will meet you here to help you on your way. Cordially, Johannes Vandenberg. Well, let's go see if we can find this Johannes Vandenberg. fighting sixth. Did the boat shake? Pyro says, "Are you ready, kids?" I'm ready. I hope you are. We got spooky things. Whoa, topsy-turvy. I want to know why he's got scars all over his face. Did you see that? He's got a big scar on his neck and then scars on his face. Sharon's ship. Oh, so he took the ship Sharon, Sharon to the sinking city. Fly McGuffin says, "Never played this game. I hope it's good. It released yesterday, so I can see why you've never played it. But yeah, I hope it's good too." I can't hear you, says Pyro Lie. Test, test. Well, let me know if you are also having audio issues. All right, so I actually had to rebind the action key to E. It wasn't when I started. Now, what you have to do with this is you pick up an item, and then you got to look for the I symbol, and then press E again.
Hope I never have to use it. But something tells me I will.
I just had a dream about a giant squid. Something tells me I'm gonna need my gun. All right, we've got a suitcase here. Dear Mr. Charles Reed. Sounds fine. Everyone is telling me that it sounds fine. Okay. As you requested, I researched the outbursts of hysteria and... Oh, this is the same letter that we read at the beginning of the game. Case book. C to activate, T for more information. Okay, so there's the case book. So we've got the cases divided into main case, side cases, and completed cases. Pyrolyze says SpongeBob intro. Was that the SpongeBob intro? Well, I mean, it did have water and sea creatures in common. All right, so there... Okay, looks like each new note that I pick up is going to be stored here. And then if I press T... This is the tutorial. I see. It's like a help desk or a help guide. All right, what's this? Folding camera. Key evidence collected. All right, can I open it up? Inventory, weapons, miscellaneous. Hold on, I can hold the inventory button, which I have rebound to Q. There we go. To equip the camera. Then the camera icon is now... Hold on, let me turn on my torch. That's F. The camera icon is now on this picture. And the edges, you see that? When you find something that needs to have a photo taken, the edges turn white. So everything's black. There we go. Photo of a trophy plate. And this went into lore. So let's go up to lore. And it got filed under city. Photo of a trophy plate. A trophy plate with a strange fish. Looks very lifelike. Ugh. All right, now, our first container. Now, we have to hold E to search it. And I got gunpowder, coil springs, and shell casings, so I can craft my own ammunition. What is that? Placidum sub libertate. Is that like the seal of Massachusetts or something? And then what is that? That's like an Illuminati thing. Why does this boat captain have weird banners on? Oh, how do I? We got spicy ladies. I shouldn't say spicy, saucy. Saucy ladies. Saucy ladies on the wall. Drift says your voice is very calming. Thank you very much. The Monolith National Park is waiting for you.
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
Okay, so that's basically the tutorial. I get all evidence. I don't get that though. It says the Oakmont Monolith National Park is waiting for you, and as a national park, it's not like going anywhere. So theoretically, it would still be there waiting for me. But he says,
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
What? Okay. All right, out of the boat. Hi there, Captain. How are you today?
Now get out.
Oh,
Now get out.
not very nice. Well, look at this fancy lad.
At last, Mr. Charles Reed. What a pleasure to finally meet you in the flesh.
I wonder if he's a
Nice
bad guy
to
or a good
meet you.
guy.
Johannes van der Berg, at your service.
Oh, the guy that wrote the letter.
I did promise to meet you the moment you arrived.
Ah, much obliged, Mr. Vanderberg. I guess I didn't expect you to mean so literally.
Please call me Johannes. But where are my manners? Welcome to the proud city of Oakmont. Alas, now is not its finest hour, though it is its most important.
What's the deal with the city?
Reaching Oakmont was no easy task. Most maps I found didn't mark it, and this rickety packet ship is the only one that sailed here. Why is that?
Oakmont is no ordinary place. Its unique geographical position and the flood, a recent natural disaster, make it nigh impossible to reach. But you made it, Mr. Reed. I'm sure the tides of fate would have brought you here one way or another.
The flood? Tell me about that.
Tell me about this flood.
It began 6 months ago. Storms raged for several weeks, and the water has risen ever higher without receding. Now the city is cut off from the mainland. I must say I rather like it, despite the inconvenience. Atmosphere, you know?
Oh, yeah. Great atmosphere. Drowning an entire city. Hey, I rather like it. Hey, nice suit there, guy.
That's an eye-catching suit.
Thank you, Mr. Reed.
It's the Dwight Schrute
Mere
suit.
flood is no excuse for one to abandon one's style.
I take it you're a big fan of yellow.
Well, I have a particular weakness for it. Call it a personal quirk.
I mean, could he even remotely be a good guy? About my problem.
You said you know someone who can help me with my problem. The visions have been getting worse.
Such vividness of dreams is not uncommon here in Oakmont. By chance, the man I spoke of, Robert Throgmorton, is already at the port. He has dedicated a lot of time and effort to investigate this issue. Alas, I fear he has a more pressing matter on his hands.
Where is this Robert Throgmorton? That's a great name, by the way. If you're gonna name a bad guy in your game, name him Throgmorton. That's wonderful.
How can I find Mr. Throgmorton?
Don't worry, you can't miss him. Throgmorton tends to stand out from the crowd.
What's he like?
Can you tell me a little about Mr. Throgmorton?
A remarkable creature, scion of a robust bloodline, a philanthropist, a scholar, and a patron of the famous Oakmont University. A man of great ambitions and even greater ego. Do not make him wait.
Laura says the vault salesman from Fallout 4. Oh, there are a lot of similarities. They both had a yellow fedora, and they both had a yellow coat on. Oh, that's funny. And they both appeared at the beginning of the game. What are the odds of that? Hey, I need somewhere to stay, Mr. Johannes Vandenberg, or whatever your name is.
I'll need a place to lay my head while I'm here. Any recommendations?
Fear not. I've already feathered a nest for you. There's a room in your name at the Devil's Reef Hotel. Here's the key.
Sounds charming.
Don't judge a book by its cover, Mr. Reed.
How do I get to the Devil's Reef?
What's the best way to get around Oakmont? I'd like to drop my things at the hotel.
Most locals go by foot, or by boat. I've got the latter sorted for you. There's one waiting outside the port.
You're too kind, Johannes. Can you steer me towards the Devil's Reef?
Take this map. I've marked the hotel and a few other key places.
What else did you mark?
Places? Like what?
You're a private eye, yes? Well, I've highlighted the police station, city archive, newspaper, places you'll need to get to the truth. This city is insular, its ways mysterious. No one will take you by the hand, so you better know where to turn in search of a lead.
So what about you, Mr. Johannes Vandenberg?
How do you fill your days, Mr. Vandenberg?
I host a philosophy club for the like-minded intelligentsia, gathering seeds of thought, like moths drawn to a flame.
Does Oakmont really have much of a market for philosophy these days?
There is no consciousness without pain, Mr. Reed. No better moment for clarity than times of hardship.
Goodbye.
Well, that's it for now, I think. Thanks for helping me get my bearings.
No. The pleasure was mine, Mr. Reed.
Oh, before you go, how can I get in touch with you later?
Don't worry about that. I'm the kind of man who finds you.
All right, map. Press to activate. Okay, so this is what the map looks like. That must be the hotel. No, that's the Oakmont City Port. This is a boat. Oh, the streets are flooded. I see. So these are the city streets that are flooded. Okay, so where's this hotel? There it is. Okay, so I have to put the icon in the middle of the screen before it lights up. There's the hotel. There's the Chronicle. Travis says, I love your videos so much. Keep up the great work. Will do. Thank you so much for your kindness. There's the police department. And there's the Hospital of St. Mary. Okay, so just so that I understand, I'm in Grimhaven Bay. And the goal is to get to this boat. If I could... To get to this boat, which will take me to Coverside, where I can sleep at the hotel. Okay. Looks like we've got Pier 1, Pier 2, and Pier 3. So this is supposed to be Massachusetts, right? Oakmont City, Massachusetts. And it's been flooded. Look at this. All around the city. So this must have been the part that had been connected to the ocean because there's a dock here, right? There's an entire port. So they didn't just build this. But that must mean then that the flooding occurred over here. That this part of the city has all been buried underwater. And it used to be connected to the land. Okay. Anything else to say, Mr. Vandenberg?
We'll meet again, Mr. Reed.
Hey there, guy. Praying in the rain? Alright. Well, seems harmless. Oh, it's a giant squid. Just lying here on the dock. That's great. Hello, buddy. Who are you? No? Is that a straitjacket? No. No, that's like a pea coat. And he's ignoring me. Alright, let's do something about the sound. I think that the voices are a little soft. Let's bump those up. How about that? Welcome new member, Travis Sandman. Yeah, let's bump into this guy again. Where'd he go? Did I knock him into the water? There's the guy fishing. Welcome to Oakmont, a town on the rise. Rising water, more like. Under the keel bar in the exit. Oh, well, that guy stands out. I wonder if I'm supposed to talk to him. Man in a nice white suit. Apollo says climate change. That's what this game is all about. It's all a cautionary tale about climate change.
I don't care about your petty excuses. No one leaves the port until my son is found, and that is final.
Excuse me. Are you Robert Throgmorton?
I am.
Whoa!
Not interested. Go away.
The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator, just arrived from Boston. I was told you might be able to help me.
Private investigator.
Oh my
you say?
gosh!
Well, perhaps we can help each other.
What is this guy? Well, Vandenberg did say he stood out in a crowd. Your features are unusual.
Please forgive the question, but I've never met a man quite like you before.
That's because no man measures up to the Throgmorton lineage. Proud and powerful blood flows through our veins. My father united with a certain royal family, which has blessed all our offspring with these exquisite features.
Oh, exquisite. Well, what happened to your son?
If I may ask, what happened to your son?
Why do you care? What's your angle, outsider?
Well, like I said, I'm a PI. Finding people is kind of my specialty.
Is it? Well, Albert was part of a deep-sea expedition I commissioned. This useless fool over here says he found Albert washed ashore in a lifeboat. Says he was barely conscious, out of his mind, talking gibberish in some other language. That he even tried to bite him.
And you don't believe him?
Complete malarkey. I know my Albert. I raised him strong and smart, the best of his kind. It couldn't have been him. Albert's disappearance is the work of Innsmouthers. Mark my words.
Innsmouthers? Who are the Innsmouthers?
I take it you're not the biggest fan of these Innsmouthers.
Those fish-faced freaks have overrun this city since the police burned Innsmouth to the ground. But now, those filthy migrants occupy half this damned city. The port, Grimhaven Bay, Salvation Harbor, the shells. They are everywhere.
So they're just refugees.
Hardly. They've taken work from the local fishermen. They stir and agitate against us, the Throgmorton family. We are the pillar of this community, not to mention that crime rates have skyrocketed. Simply speaking, they are a big stinking pile of trouble.
Alright, well, we can ask him about our visions. That's why we're here, right?
I've heard you're the man to speak to about visions, outbreaks of hysteria. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it myself.
Another newcomer with another problem. Yes, I know what you speak of.
Can I ask you a few questions?
How dare you? My son Albert is missing, and no one in this Innsmouth-ridden city will do a damn thing. But yes, let's talk about your dreams.
Okay, so we have to offer to help find his son first, I guess.
Mr. Throgmorton, let me help you. I'm rather good at tracking down missing people. I'll find Albert.
What makes you think you can do it? Oakmont is not exactly friendly to new arrivals.
Let's just say I tend to see things that others miss. And anyway, what have you got to lose? Sounds like you could use every man you can get.
Vera. You have a point, newcomer.
Farah?
Sorry, did you just say Vera? What does that mean?
You had better get used to the Oakmont dialect, outsider. That is, if you want to fit in. It is a fascinating blend. Vera means fine. I was saying, we have a deal.
I see. Thank you.
Ash says that protagonist looks high as flippin' he could be. And I agree. We have to remember that he hasn't been sleeping well, and he has been on a boat for quite a while to get here. He's been tormented by his dreams. I guess that's why his eyes are bloodshot. But no, he does look really bizarre. Our main character just looks completely out of it. All right, tell me more about the case, Mr. Throgmorton.
I need to know more about what happened to Albert.
Tane, did you not listen at all? I already told you everything. After leaving on the expedition, Albert was found on the shore in a lifeboat. This fisherman supposedly brought him to the house, and then left to call me. But when I arrived here, my son was nowhere to be seen.
Anything else?
Clearly, something suspicious occurred inside the house. I suggest you stop dawdling and go see for yourself.
Okay, well, where is this fisherman's house?
Where's the house where this all happened?
For Kay's sake, I thought you were a private eye. We're standing right in front of it.
You mentioned a lifeboat. Is it still around?
Yes. Face the house, then to the left is a beach that borders a fence. You'll find it there.
As much as I'm enjoying the weather, Mr. Throgmorton, it's time for me to get started.
Find my son, newcomer, and be quick about it.
If I were Throgmorton, I'd be annoyed too. What a weird thing to say. Hey, as much as I'm enjoying this weather, I guess I'll go do what I told you I would do. Okay, this just leads back to the help guide. Alright, so we've got some new stuff in our main case. What's this? Robert's request. Robert Throgmorton wants me to find his son Albert, who went missing in the port after returning from an expedition to sea. He was found barely conscious by a fisherman on the shore, who brought him to his house. The fisherman says Albert was mentally afflicted and acted aggressively before disappearing. Robert arrived to investigate and is now standing in front of the house in question. Until he's found, Robert won't allow anyone to leave the port, and he won't help me. Oh! Well, he didn't say he was going to physically prevent me from leaving the port. A key to the room at the Devil's Hotel. Alright. Mind Palace. Okay, so I've been trying to figure out how this works. We've got two, basically. So I think the way this works is as we go through the story, bits and pieces that are relevant to solving the case appear as little thought bubbles in the Mind Palace. Then we can combine some that we think fit together to make deductions. These I don't think work together, so we'll select space to select one, and then space to select the other, and it reds out. So that means that they're not relatable. The Throgmorton/Innsmouther feud has nothing to do with Albert returning from sea and appearing to be unstable. So we can't combine them. So let's unselect that, and I guess we have to wait for more clues to pop up that we can then combine. Okay, so that's the fisherman house, but then he also said something about a boat on the water. Hi.
I've said everything I know.
He hasn't said, oh, this is the guy he interrogated.
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer, and keep your hands where I can see them.
What about this umbrella guy? He had an intense face. Nope, completely unmovable. Alright, let's see if we can go find this, this area where the Throgmorton boy washed up. So what do you all think of the graphics? I have to say that in terms of texture quality, I'm pretty impressed. But then again, I am easy to please when it comes to that sort of thing. The animations are a little wonky. Whoa, what is that? What is that? It's like a, is that a duck-billed platypus? Okay, so that's dock number 4. No, that's 3. Oh no, that is 4. Hey, we can see one of those worshipping guys. Oh, this is the one I came from. Whoa.
The end is nigh. It will begin again. What is down comes up. The seed is sowed.
Does he have anything unique to say?
The end is nigh. It will begin again. What is down comes up. The seed is sowed.
Titania Lifeboat.
Where's your Oberon, huh, Titania?
Albert Throgmorton's will. Which is, of course, just lying on the lifeboat. I hope someone finds this. My name is Albert Throgmorton, and this is my will. Oh, I see. He wrote it as he was about to die. I want to warn you, don't go to the depths below Oakmont. There's unreadable. We should have never done that. Everything should have remained in that cave. Professor Unreadable, I fear what will become of me. It's singing in my brain, dancing on my eyelids every time I close my eyes. Unreadable. The cycle goes on and on and on and on and on and on, Unreadable. In the end, it comes. I must warn everyone. I must tell my father, Unreadable is here. And then what's this? A diver's helmet? Ooh, with some sort of jelly on the face. What is that? Let's...
Something with this helmet gives me chills. What's wrong with it?
Now notice that while standing next to this weird supernatural helmet, my sanity has been going down. So I have 2 bars. There's a health bar in the lower left-hand corner, which was red, and then a sanity bar, which is blue. Let's watch that again. All right, and as I stare at it, look, my sanity is going down, but it does recover over time.
Something with this helmet gives me chills. What's wrong with it?
Notice how the field of view is distorting as my sanity has been going down. Let's talk to these chappies.
Can't catch a mackerel since those Innsmouthers took over the fishing business.
Say that again.
Can't catch a mackerel since those Innsmouthers took over the fishing business.
That must have been an interesting line for the voice actress to record.
You like it here, newcomer? Well, get used to it. No one leaves Oakmont nowadays.
Can we swim? Can I get up there? Oh. For a minute there, I thought we could. Yeah, look at that. Oh, no. I guess they don't want us here. How far can I go? Ah! Ah! Tentacles! Tentacles! Okay. Get up. No! Okay, I gotta get back this way. Okay, I'm gonna die. I'm at the very beginning of the game and I'm gonna die. Oh, look at what it did to my health. Right. Stay out of the water. Stay out of the water. Oh my gosh. Oh. So there are a lot of these little squids just sort of appearing. Oh, so that's all blocked off. I guess this part of the dock is just for show? This is the one I was trying to get to that's all broken. Is there a way on the other side of that wall? No, I'm supposed to put the wall there for a reason. Okay, guess I can't go that way. This is all blocked off. Guess we need to go to the fisherman's house. Here's where I got confused. I thought I had to press E or something to open the doors, so I kept standing here pressing buttons. But no, you just walk into it. Bonk. There you go. Okay. Yeah, it's a fisherman's house, all right. We got... Ooh, something happened up there. Bonk.
Huh. This dog mat looks better than the owner's bed.
Does it? Okay. What's that symbol? I saw that symbol in the boat, too. 5 little hash marks. Oh, that's right. I gotta hold it. Shell casings, gunpowder, and metal scraps. Mark says, "It me roan." I don't know what that means, but thank you.
The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for.
Well, I mean, if it was well cared for, it wouldn't be damp and damaged, would it? Unless the damp and damaged part happened after it had been well cared for. He says weird things. Like, the things he notices are strange. Ew! Bathtub fish market. Squid absolutely everywhere. Ah! Oh, there's people here. Okay. Oh!
It would take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
I thought I saw bloody footprints on the wood down there, but I don't think that's true. Okay, crazy guy, what did you see? Ooh, a dead guy. Oh, he's in pain, this guy.
Hello? Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, my head. What? Who are you? Are you police? I've already told them everything.
It's okay. I'm Charles Reed, Private Eye. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son.
Oh, okay. What do you want?
Introductions first. Who are you?
Tell me about yourself.
Name's Will Hammond. I'm a fisherman. We all are. Live here together. Me, poor fella Paul, Barry, and Innsmouther Lewis Flynn. We moved here after the flood. I worked on the railroad, but the rail ain't kicking anymore, so I started fishing. It was at or starve.
Okay, tell me what happened.
I want to know what happened here. Every detail.
I don't remember much. Me, Paul, and Lewis, we were here. This is our house. Barry was outside, on his business. Then he came back carrying Throgmorton's son. He was unconscious, barely breathing. Barry left again to call Mr. Robert.
Then what?
We put the guy in Lewis's room. Then he started to make these horrible sounds and... okay, my head began to burst, and he woke up. And after that, I don't remember a thing, just dreams. Drowned streets, a sleeping giant, a voice that called me,
That sounds familiar.
A voice that called me Ugh? That's not my name. Okay, he said okay a minute there. But first, let's ask about the others.
Where are all the other guys?
That's Paul there on the floor. Kay be with him. Barry's outside with Mr. Throgmorton. Lucky rascal missed everything. And I have no idea where Lewis or Throgmorton's son got to. Starting to suspect the worst.
Okay, so we met Barry, I believe his name was. He was the guy who found Throgmorton's son at the boat and dragged him back here. He's the guy who was downstairs who said, I've already told you everything when we talked to him. Paul is the guy who's dead on the ground here.
Do you know how Paul died?
I don't know. When I pulled myself together, he was already gone. Kay have mercy on his soul.
Brick Talkerke says, for your information, it's based on the Lovecraft stories. Lots of lore background. You might want to play Call of Cthulhu. Very similar. Enjoy going mad. I think we'll all enjoy going mad. Who exactly is Kay? I hope he doesn't sell cosmetics.
Who is this K you keep mentioning?
Outsiders, show some respect. Kay is our lord, our light, our love.
Sorry, I didn't know. I'll leave you to it. Take care of yourself, Will.
Please, detective, sir, tell me the truth. Could it be me? Did I kill Paul? Or, Kay, did I kill him?
I don't know yet, Will. The police will stop anyone coming in or out of here, so I suggest you just try and get some rest.
I'm afraid of what I might dream.
Wow. Okay. Okay. This poor guy. Really tormented. And we got some new Mind Palace stuff. Will Hammond's testimony. Will Hammond, a fisherman, lives with 3 others. Barry, the guy downstairs. Paul, the dead guy. And then an Innsmouther named Lewis Flynn, who is gone. Will told me that Barry found the unconscious Albert Throgmorton and brought him to their house before leaving to inform Robert Throgmorton. Albert woke up and started making horrible sounds. His hysteria seemed to spread to Will, who began to see visions similar to mine. Will, the guy we just interviewed. When he recovered, he found Paul dead on the floor, and there was no trace of Albert or Lewis. He doesn't remember anything beyond that. Okay, lore. What did we get in lore? Albert Throgmorton. Oh, that's the will. All right, Mind Palace. Okay, So now I think we can start to make some deductions. Albert returned unstable. Then there was a sudden psychotic outbreak after Albert regained consciousness. So those two thought bubbles are similar. They kind of depend upon each other, right? The sudden psychotic outbreak could not have happened had Albert not been brought to the house. So let's try selecting these two. And we get a deduction. Albert spread the hysteria around him. Albert Throgmorton spread some sort of psychic influence which made everyone nearby suffer hysteria. If we return to clues, we now see that these two mind palace thought bubbles have been combined into one deduction, which helps us better further the story. Then we can use this deduction later to make other deductions. Now, let's take a look at the Throgmorton / Innsmouther feud. Does that have anything to do with one fisherman missing? So, William told us that Lewis was an Innsmouther. We already know that Albert is a Throgmorton because he's the heir to the Throgmorton Empire. So could it be that the Innsmouther Lewis did something to Albert because he was a Throgmorton? Let's try it. No. So if there is a connection, we don't have enough information. Dude, you gotta calm down. You're creeping me out. All right, here we go.
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
Oh! Oh, what the heck? Did you see my sanity go down there? And he's looking all around him. Let's try that again.
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
It doesn't do it again. All right, so this is like Barry's room. Oh, they all connect.
Choo choo.
What the heck? Okay, so this must be William's room. He said he used to work on the trains. That's not right. I mean, that's not how reflections work. Guys. No. I don't know if that's intentional. Or if that's just a side effect of this being an indie game. But no, that's not how reflections work. Maybe that's just the game messing with me or something. Maybe it's my mind. Maybe it's a side effect of my mind palace. Metal scrap. Hey, another helmet. No, but I can't interact with that one.
I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here.
Well, I mean, not everybody plays darts because they hate people.
5 cards short of a full house.
All right, inside the final room. Mind's Eye. Press tab to activate. T for more information. The Mind's Eye allows you to see the unseen. Use Mind's Eye whenever you see a distortion in the corners of the screen and hear a ringing sound. It may reveal images of the past, illusions, omens, or tracks that are otherwise invisible. Images of the past have an activation zone. See above. Do you hear a ringing or see distortions on the screen?
So that's what an Innsmouther looks like.
I'm guessing the man is an Innsmouther. But this looks like an old photograph. We were given the impression that the flood happened recently. And that's when the Innsmouthers... Is this supposed to be like a long lineage?
So that's what an Innsmouther looks like.
All right.
Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much. Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work.
So this must be Lewis's room. He's got a photograph of his family. He's drinking a lot of booze. He's got a masterfully crafted little knife here. Ooh, there we go. We've got distortion around the side there. We hear the ringing. Mind's eye.
Grenna, Nehri, Grenna, Gebhal, Nugulina, Hafton.
What? Okay. Retrocognition. Retrocognition allows you to understand events that happened in the past, inspect enough evidence on the scene, and a vision will emerge. Step into it and find all the critical scenes. Mark the scenes in chronological order to gain new evidence. Oh!
Take this, ape face.
Okay. This must be Ape Face, which means he's Throgmorton. This must be the guy saying, take this. And he holds a pistol or a revolver. And we hear a gunshot. So he shot Albert. But who? Then we've got these two guys. Someone with a barrel. Okay, so this must be Paul. Paul's about to be... Just calm down, evil spirits. I'm working here. Paul's about to be killed, and it must have been by William. So William did kill Paul. Wait, is there another one over here?
What's happening?
Okay, Albert was lying on a bed. We saw him begin to float up with the mind's eye. Is that a lantern? There was a lantern. Oh, there is the lantern. The lantern is lying on the bed now, but it was on the bedpost. So he begins floating into the sky. I think that was William's voice we heard. He said, "What's happening?" There's Lewis. That's the Innsmouther. Look, he doesn't have the same shape as a regular human, so that must be the Innsmouther. So he is standing here. They were looking at Albert. I think that's William. Is that William? Yeah, that's William. He goes, "What's happening?" He races out, and then that must be Paul, also freaked out. So it starts here. He freaks out. rises from the bed. Then it moves out here. They all go crazy. William kills Paul with the barrel, and Lewis shoots at Albert.
Yeah, run!
Okay, let's see what we have here.
So that's Lewis taunting him, saying, yeah, run. He still has the pistol out. He's chasing a wounded Albert Throgmorton, which is why we saw the blood tracks leading out this hole in the wall. But what I don't understand is this scene here. He appears to be climbing the armoire, and yet we find the armoire on its side over here. Did he use it to make the hole? So wait, he's being chased by a guy with a gun, and he takes the time to use his great ape man strength to pick up this chest and throw it against the wall to make a hole? Instead of just running down the stairs? Okay. Are there any others? No, he gave us the impression that that was enough to make a deduction. All right, so let's put this in chronological order. No, I think it's laid out for us the right way. So the first thing that happened is this. 1.
What's happening?
Then 2, the fight.
Take this, ape face.
Then 3, out the hole in the wall.
Yeah, run!
When Albert Throgmorton woke up, he was not himself. He attacked the fishermen, and his hysteria spread to them. When he got wounded, he fled.
Oh! Did you see that guy? It was like a scientist guy. All right, can we tell William that he is actually a murderer?
My head. I still hear those voices.
Nope, guess we can't. All right. The house brawl. So this tells us basically everything that we just deduced. A fisherman brought the unconscious Albert Throgmorton to his house and left. When Albert woke up, he caused an outburst of hysteria and attacked the rest of the fishermen. One of the fishermen shot him, Lewis, and Albert fled through a hole in the wall. Mind Palace. Okay, so we've got more stuff for our Mind Palace. Albert returned unstable. Albert attacked the fisherman. Bingo. Albert Throgmorton was dangerous. Albert Throgmorton was dangerous and posed a threat to Lewis Flynn and his fellow fishermen. Oh, wait, what's this? Oh, these are the different deductions we have so far. Chris Burns says, love the Fallout lore. You need to do audiobooks. Thank you very much. Maybe I will someday. One fisherman is missing. Lewis shot without warning. Albert fled when wounded. So I think these two connect more. There's already a Throgmorton-Innsmouther feud, and because of that, Lewis shot without warning. Bingo. Anti-Throgmorton sentiment. As an Innsmouther, Lewis and his people suffered at the hands of the Throgmortons. That could be a reason to hate them. That leaves 2 clues. One fisherman is missing. Albert fled when wounded. And now okay, so because Albert fled, so the fisherman is missing because Albert fled. The fisherman chased Albert. Albert and the fisherman named Lewis fled the scene after the fight in the house. I can track them using my supernatural sense. Really? Our main character has a supernatural sense? Okay, so this one goes over here, anti-Throgmorton sentiment. I wonder if there's a reason where for placing the deductions where they are. Okay, and that puts a new item in the casebook. Albert and the fisherman named Lewis fled the scene, and I can track them with my supernatural sense. I can track down Albert.
There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
Oh! Okay, here we go, lads. Oh, where is it taking us? So we got shot. Oh, there we go.
So the fisherman pursued Albert, even let off a few shots.
Lewis may have wanted to kill Albert outright because he was a Throgmorton rather than just drive him off. Replicator Filth says, so many new to Lovecraft. Welcome to the Abyss. Well, thank you. Ooh, and here we go. There's another one. Oh, I see. It marks containers that we can search. Hello.
Even though Albert was wounded, he managed to climb that high. Robert wasn't exaggerating when he said he raised him strong.
I guess we go in here, guys. And that's marked with the number 3 mark. Interesting. Bonk. Warehouse. I wish this was first person. I know why they did third person, but I kind of wish it was first person. Ah.
There's something in the pocket.
Blood-stained note. Lewis, please, just give me 1 more week. I know I owe you, but I'm underwater like everyone else right now. I don't yet have enough stock to operate the bar smoothly with the fuzz snooping about the port, but don't worry. I've struck a nice deal with the proper people and should have a steady supply channel soon. Just 1 more week and I'll return everything with double interest. Peter. Oh, it's the light. Padlocks. Press T for more information. Padlocks and weak planks can be broken with a shot or a melee attack. Alright, let's see here. Alright, so I got more scrap. I've got a pistol. And a brick. And a camera. That's one thing I haven't used at all is my camera. Do I need to use my camera? I haven't seen a prompt, an icon prompt. And then that's a first aid kit. I'm still a bit wounded from swimming. Let's get my gun out. I only have 6 rounds. There we go. Oh! What the? Oh, we got a leg monster. Ah! Ah! Oh, God. What was... It's twitching. What is this? Oh. Ew. Oh, yuck. That is just awful. It's all hands. Oh, no. And the sea took him back. Okay. Anyone else? Is that a whale? It's Albert. It's Albert Throgmorton. He's got hooks in his shoulders.
One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate.
Mind Palace. Okay, Albert was murdered. Lewis left the crime scene. No? The owner of a local bar in the port owed Lewis Flynn money. And Lewis fled the crime scene. Therefore, Lewis, the Innsmouther that killed Albert Throgmorton, may be hiding at the bar in Oakmont port. I see. Huh. Oh, am I supposed to be marking these on the map? Oh. Oh, I see. I'm supposed to be marking these on the map as I go along to help me solve the case later. So I'm standing here. This is where I found the body. Therefore, I was able to place the marker here. Lewis may be at the bar. Well, wait, how many clues did I get? Wow, I've gotten a marker for every single clue. Okay, I need to go to a local bar. A torn piece of jacket stained with blood. Let's go upstairs and place that marker. I don't know if we need to. Man, it's Dishonored, guys. We've got big old whales here. What is that? Look at that. You've got a big barrel-chested man kissing a fish. What is that? That's great. Oh, I wish I could see that more clearly. Oh, I love it. That's my favorite part about games like these is all of the marketing images and the logos of local companies. Ooh, we've got another, whatever that is, fish mouth hand creature. Hello. A door to nowhere. Can we open that? No, we can't. It's just a door in a wall. Is that door in the wrong spot? Should that be over there? I don't know. Ooh, another container. Gunpowder and alcohol. And I can't loot the cash register. Okay, where did we find that note? We found it, like, right here, right? Yeah. Wait, no.
The blood is fresh. Whomever it belongs to could not have got far.
Okay, so I missed that. So I got experience. All evidence collected. Fantastic. Let's put that map marker... I guess I can't have too many of these. Too close together. I can edit it. But I can't place a new one. But I can over there. Okay, so I can't place... So really I have to choose one marker for each location. Ox, don't forget your camera. Oh, right. But I'm not getting a white border. Let's see if I can take a picture of the body. Man, I feel like a certain horrible YouTuber right now. But no, I can't take a picture of the body. Look at that. I mean, I can take a picture of it, but it doesn't do anything. Remember, the border needs to turn white. Nuno Souza says, click on the R to select the markers and then select the marker. I know how to select the marker. So I click space to edit a marker, and then I can delete it or edit it. I can edit it to place a new marker down, but I can't place two markers, right? So in this building, I found two clues. One was the body of murdered Albert, and the second was the torn piece of jacket. So what I was trying to do is mark on the map both of the clues I found, but because they're so close together, I can only choose one. Okay, well, we're not going to take a picture of a corpse hanging. That's not what we do on this channel. So let's move on. Inspector Cake with the tip. Thank you very much, Inspector Cake. Let's go upstairs. Oh. Okay, I can't go through there. Take a picture of the weird fish hands creature. Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe I can do that. Oh, but the body disappeared. Oh, there's that one in the fridge. No, and I can't. Wow. I guess I can only use the camera when the camera icon... Oh, but notice that the closer I got to that, my sanity went down. You see that? Let's get close again. My sanity's going down. Look at that. Just by standing here, I get more and more insane. All right, let's get away from that. Ooh, and things are getting topsy-turvy. Well, we know what happened to the boy. That's tragic. Okay, so I need to go to the Oakmont port, or the bar. Let's do a little bit of exploring first. Oh, here's that guy that we saw praying when we first arrived.
Join in, newcomer. Praise the sea with us.
No thanks. Oh, what is that? What is that? It's like a rat crab. It's a rat crab. Ah, it's a rat shrimp is what that is. It's a rat shrimp. Yuck. Oh, okay. Well, before we go to Throgmorton, let's confront this bartender guy. See if we can find the whereabouts of Lewis. Melina Richards says, Oxhorn, do you think this rate's as good as Dishonored or not? They're two very different games. I don't think they compare. I mean, Dishonored is an action-adventure game where you linearly go from one adventure... Oh! There it is! There's that big picture again. Oh, man, he's kissing that fish. He's just in love. It's a very different game. I don't think they compare. Now, in terms of enjoyment, I'm having a good time with both games, but for very different reasons. Okay, so here's the under the keel bar.
Oh, yeah. Hey, got a spare bullet, fella? I ain't eaten in days.
I guess I can't give him one. So what are bullets currency in this game?
You look familiar. But old Billy hasn't seen you around.
I think I know you. I've never seen you before, but I think I know you.
Stay alert. Monsters lurk underground. They're everywhere.
Ugh, I'll miss the carpenter's food giveaway with this darn port closure.
No remark about wanting to see a photograph on the dartboard? Okay. Oh, hello! It's a voodoo.
Come closer, troubled soul. Let me tell you what your future holds.
You're some kind of fortune teller?
Nice deduction there, Sherlock.
Yes. Oh, it's so clear. Your path holds many surprises, newcomer.
Do tell.
Really? Like what?
Not so fast, newcomer. I see many things. For a small fee, I'll tell you some of them.
All right, how much? $1?
Your money has no value here, newcomer. After the flood, Oakmonters deal in the practical. Booze, smokes, and bullets. And I'll make it easier for you. I don't smoke.
Okay, but presumably she does drink. But I don't have any booze, I guess. So 1 bullet.
Let's hear what my future holds.
Good. Let me focus. The sea will be generous in the coming days. Many gifts delivered, and many will regret partaking.
I don't think I follow.
I see old and new. A hard heart against an iron will. Whoever wins, you win too. But you'll only see that from inside a metal cage. And tall pillars, circled by the dead. A race from one to the next, as time itself laughs.
Did we tell her that it doesn't make sense? Well, let's just be polite to people, okay? Thank you.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
You are welcome. I can't wait to see what you do.
Ooh. And that gave me a clue? No, they gave me lore. Mythos. Fortune teller's prophecy. The sea will be generous in the coming days. Many gifts delivered. Many will regret partaking. I see old and new, a hard heart against an iron will. Whoever wins, you win too, but you only can see that from inside a metal cage. That makes me think of those big metal cages that divers use to photograph sharks underwater. Well, I mean, that would make sense. But tall pillars circled by the dead? A race from one to the next as time itself laughs? Hamish says you just spent 1/6 of your fortune for that lore. Yes, but this lore is one of a kind. I can't get it anywhere else, and yet bullets will be dropping like rain later on in the game, I think. I hope. Hey there, drunk guy. Having fun with your drunk drinking? All right, this guy doesn't look like he's got a very good business. Let's cheer him up a bit.
Welcome to Under the Keel. What do you want?
I've seen some unsettling creatures around.
I've seen some unsettling creatures around. Like nothing I've ever encountered. What are they?
So you met a wild beast, newcomer.
Wild
beast.
beast.
No one knows what they are, but consider yourself lucky to still be in one piece. They arrived in the flood. Some say they come from the sea. Others that they are Kay's punishment for us.
And what do you say?
If it bleeds, you can kill it. Keep your gun handy. And if you want to erase the memory, I sell a perfect cure right here. Remember, better to be a coward and live than brave and dead. Unless you're a newcomer.
Tell me about Lewis Flynn.
I'm looking for a man by the name of Lewis Flynn. Any chance he's here?
Yeah. Even if I knew, I don't rat to newcomers.
Jack Wolf says, since you like these investigative games, have you thought of giving murdered sole suspect a shot? It's not the best, but has an interesting premise. I haven't heard of it, to be perfectly honest. It's something I'll look into, though, after this. I didn't get the impression that he wanted him gone. I got the impression that he was protecting him. So let's do you're harboring a criminal.
Robert Throgmorton hired me to investigate his son's disappearance. I found the note about your debt to Lewis near his cold, dead body. And it looks like Lewis murdered Robert's kid. You want him to come here and ask instead of me?
What?
Don't what me. At best, you're harboring a criminal. At worst, you're an accessory to murder.
What?
That worked.
No. I ain't done nothing.
Tell that to Mr. Throgmorton.
No. Throg. Lewis is upstairs. Here's the key.
Smart man. There's your good deed for the day. Bye.
Bye. Oh, I gotta hear that again. Hold on, I gotta hear that again.
You want a drink?
No, I can't hear it again. The option is goodbye. He's just like, bye. Inspector Cake says, I think I've made a new motto for you. Big as an ox, strong as an ox. That's a nice motto. I will do my best to live up to it. All right, let's go explore here. You don't mind if I steal all the stuff behind your counter? Oh, and he's got a lever action shotgun here. And he's still allowed me to kind of push him around. Okay. Ooh. What is he making? Octopus cakes? Yuck. Hey, container. All right. Just gonna steal all his scrap. It's another saucy lady, ladies and gents. Ooh, look at that leg. That's some nice leg. Oh, look at these guys. What is this? Man, they're like all over the place here.
What the? Get the... Oh.
The dialogue in this game, man. What the? Get the... Oh. Oh, can we go here? No, they probably repaired that for a reason. Here we go.
Hey, who are you? What are you doing?
Charles Reed, private investigator. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son Albert, so I think you know why I'm here.
Throg. That darn bartender. It was all that crazy ape's fault. You hear me?
Calm down. I only want to speak, for now. But no, if you reach for your gun, you'll hit the floor faster than you can say poetic justice.
I got nothing to hide.
Let's start by insulting him and saying, why do you look like that?
What kind of... why do you... your face, it's,
Oh, so you're here to attack me just because I look different to you? Wanna spit on me, whisper to your friends? What's new?
No, I'm sorry. I didn't know how to ask. I've just never met someone like you before. I didn't mean any offense.
Innsmouther's bodies were blessed by the sea. You're gonna see a lot of us here, so you better get over it. We are proud of who we are.
Okay, Fishface, tell me how this happened.
Start at the beginning. What happened?
We were in our house, me, Paul, and Will. Barry'd gone to the sea. Though I told him that it would only bring bad luck. If he'd listened to me, we'd all still be alive.
Come on, Lewis. Focus.
Right. Well, Barry dragged that damn ape to our house. He was bragging about how much Mr. Throgmorton would give us for saving his son. But that ape, he was out cold. Then woke in an instant and started screaming, attacking us. After that, can't remember a thing.
You shot to kill. No warning, no second chances. You pursued Albert even after he fled. Why?
I can't remember it. When he woke, it was like a bloody mist descended over me. First thing I recall after is that darn warehouse and me covered in blood. I had no idea what happened, though. I suspected it had something to do with that ape. Turns out, I was right.
I hear there's a bit of a feud between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons. Care to fill me in?
Those apes hated us from the moment we arrived in Oakmont. Our home was destroyed. We just needed a place to stay. The Blackwood Grand family sheltered us, but others were not as hospitable. We needed jobs, food, and medicine. The city denied it all.
And so?
We had to fight for every crumb of bread. And those Throgmortons in their high castle only made our life harder, always conspiring behind our backs, always setting people against us. I'd love to see them suffer like we suffered.
You mentioned a grand family. What do you mean?
So you're a newcomer, huh? Explains a lot.
Yeah, a newcomer with a gun. Answer the question.
He's getting tough.
Okay. People here are crazy about bloodlines and tradition and reputation. The head honchos of Oakmont are called the Grand Families. There's the Carpenters, who control most of the city's underworld, The Blackwoods, who share kin with Innsmouthers through the Marsh family.
And let me guess, the Throgmortons.
Right. Those filthy apes. Now that most of the Blackwoods are gone, there's nobody left to protect us Innsmouthers.
The things you did to Albert don't look like a bloody rage. A fatal shot to the head, a hidden body. One might start to wonder if it was deliberate.
I don't know what to say. I wasn't myself.
I think I've got all I need.
Please, Mr. Reed, don't tell Throgmorton about me. I know I'm in no position to ask. I didn't want to do whatever it is I did. Honest, have mercy, please. I have a family. Without me, they'll starve.
Do we think he murdered Albert deliberately? Or was it really some psychotic rage induced by whatever Albert had gotten into under the sea?
This is not exactly cut and dry. I need some time to think.
Perhaps I can offer something to grease your grinds. I still have a few bullets on me.
Oh, all right.
It turns out I arrived here unprepared for business. You give me a little something to get started, and my lips are sealed.
I knew you'd understand. Here you are, Mr. Reed.
4 bullets. Cool. All evidence collected. Thank you, the Kid 22 bot. All right. Let's see here. I can either reveal Lewis's whereabouts to Robert Throgmorton or save him and lie to Robert. Let's make some deductions. Albert was murdered, and Lewis was affected by hysteria. Lewis claims he wasn't himself and was affected by the same mental influence as other fishermen. Lewis was aware of his actions. Lewis was aware of what he was doing during the fight with Albert Throgmorton, or Lewis was mentally affected. Lewis was mentally affected. So this, interesting, we have to choose which one we want. Oh. I get it now. So this is why they're laid out this way. So we've got 2 different paths to choose. We can either side with the anti-Throgmorton sentiment and think that it makes more sense that because the Throgmortons and the Innsmouthers hate each other, Lewis chased Albert and murdered him on purpose. Or we can side with the weird psychological stuff that's going on. Albert spread hysteria, and that Lewis affected him mentally. And then we can choose. Okay. Let's talk this out. Going back to the scenes that we saw, when William killed Paul, he was spouting off all sorts of weird stuff like, "What's going on? Oh, I'm not myself. Oh." And then he lifted up a barrel and killed Paul. Then afterwards, when he was affected by the psychotic whatever it is that affected him, he was sitting here going, "Oh no," moving around. He doesn't get it. He's grabbing his head. He's in pain. He's afraid of what he's going to dream. That guy was clearly affected by the psychological thing that was going on. But Lewis pulls out a gun and starts taunting Albert inside the fisherman's house. "You're gonna die. I'm gonna kill you." Then he chases him out the door, kills him with a bullet to the head, then takes the time to hang him on hooks before fleeing to a bar. And when we find him, we don't see him racked with a psychotic ability, he's not like, holding his head in pain. I get the impression that this was deliberate due to the The Throgmorton and Ismouth feud. So we're gonna go. We're gonna go that Lewis was aware of his actions. And that's going to lead us to a conclusion. Lewis deliberately murdered Albert. Psychic influence or not, Lewis was out to murder Albert Throgmorton. He had a motive too, the mutual hatred between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons. I must tell Robert Throgmorton the truth and bring the murderer to justice. Interesting. Will we ever learn which one was right?
Please, I told you the truth, I swear.
He did say that he's got a family that he has to feed. Of course, he could just be saying that to get off the hook. I don't know, I still think it sounds pretty deliberate to me.
What the? Get the... Oh.
All right, let's go back to Throgmorton. Hey, what are these guys doing?
The port is closed by order of Robert Throgmorton. Back off.
So does he run the police? Now, that said, well, I mean, murder is murder. You don't just go running off and murdering a guy, especially, but then again, Albert did start attacking. When Albert was lying peacefully in bed, oh look, there's a little rat shrimp again. When Albert was lying peacefully in bed, Lewis didn't attack him. It was only when Albert jumped up and started attacking people that Lewis began to chase him with a revolver. So maybe we turn a blind eye because he felt like he was under attack?
Mr. Throgmorton, I've encountered something.
What? I don't have all day.
Some unusual creatures, and they sure weren't friendly.
You've seen a wild beast, Mr. Reed. I'm somewhat surprised to see you still alive. Those unsettling things appeared after the flood. I've commissioned a few studies on them, but we know little more than when we started. They're aggressive, but fortunately not immune to gunfire.
Yeah, I learned that firsthand.
Try to avoid them when possible. And when you can't, keep your weapons handy.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm afraid I have bad news.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse. I'm sorry, but he was murdered. Shot in the head and the body hidden.
No. It cannot be true. No, no, no. I don't believe it. No.
I've tracked down your son's murderer.
Where? Who is he?
Ah! The murderer is dead. We could lie, or the murderer is at a bar. There's also, like, what if we tell him that an Innsmouther killed his son, and then he decides that because of that, all Innsmouthers have to be punished?
And just as I suspected, the Innsmouther Lewis is responsible for your son's murder. He's hiding at the local bar. Just ask the bartender. Seems like he had a bone to pick with your family and took it out on Albert.
Oh, that scum won't be getting off easy. The whole city shall see what happens when you cross the Throgmortons.
Uh-oh.
Justice, bittersweet as it is, shall be served. It's rare for a newcomer to make himself so useful. Thank you.
Mr. Throgmorton, I hate to press you, but do you think you could help me now?
Yes, you've earned it. Gay to think a newcomer barely off the boat solves a crime the police couldn't, but I digress. Remind me, what brought you to Oakmont?
I think I'm going mad, Mr. Throgmorton. I see things, visions, and I needed to stop. I was drawn here, or guided, or I don't know. But I believe the source of this madness is here, in Oakmont.
You're not wrong, Mr. Reed. An inexplicable hysteria spread through Oakmont after the flood. I funded an expedition to explore recent geological activity that may be responsible.
A geological expedition? I'm not sure I follow.
I have reason to believe the flood and this madness have the same source. As above, so below. So I sent men to find out.
Do these cases of hysteria involve shared visions as well?
Since the flood, many Oakmonters have had similar nightmares. Indeed, Professor Doe, the expedition leader, complained of them herself.
Waterlogged ruins with unnatural architecture. A sleeping giant, drowned streets, and a voice calling from the depths.
Her words exactly. She proposed the expedition, desperately wanting to find the cause.
You mentioned the flood. You think it's more than just a natural disaster.
You weren't here, Mr. Reed. What happened defied scientific explanation.
Has your expedition found anything?
I do not know. Albert was part of it. His passing cannot be coincidence. Why was he alone at the port? And where are the others?
You think your son was killed because the expedition uncovered something?
Is it so hard to believe? I had no news for a week, then Albert, the only one I could trust, comes ashore and is killed.
Well, wait a minute.
It does sound suspicious.
But we already found...
Mr. Reed, I want you to find out what's going on. I expect you're as interested in the expedition's results as I am.
But wait a minute, if we're suddenly suspecting another motive for Albert's death, then anti-Throgmorton sentiment can't be the reason, which is why we accused Lewis of murder to begin with. Uh-oh, I'm starting to feel like I might have made a wrong choice here. If he was influenced by some sort of mental attack, we could then explain that by some supernatural phenomenon that he is now wanting me to investigate. Uh-oh.
What about my expenses?
They will be reimbursed after you complete your task. And of course, you've earned some compensation for your work here at the port. I'll also include a fair advance in bullets.
Bullets?
The dollar lost its use here, Mr. Reed. After the flood, Oakmont returned to bartering. Bullets mean more than bills.
If I'm going to look into this, I'll need to know more. Where should I start?
I'll give you the address of the expedition's headquarters and a key.
That's all you can tell me?
Let me be clear, Reed. You do not speak to me like that again.
I'm sorry, Mr. Throgmorton. I just meant the more I know.
That's all you can tell me? What was
I
wrong
am
about
a
that?
busy man. I funded the research, but left all preparations to Professor Doe and Albert. When you've finished, come see me at the Throgmorton family manor. It's in Old Grove. Here, I'll show you.
Okay, we got a knowledge point, and we completed a case. New case, lost at sea. Robert Throgmorton funded an expedition to discover the origin of the mass hysteria gripping Oakmont. The expedition was to explore the seabed near Oakmont. Contact with the expedition was soon lost. Albert Throgmorton was the only known survivor. He was subsequently murdered. I was hired to find any other expedition members, dead or alive. Throgmorton will be waiting for my report in his manor in southern Old Grove. Okay, and I completed Frosty Welcome. No clues yet. Skills. Okay. I've earned 1 knowledge point. I could invest that in combat proficiency. Let's see, what's this? Trapper. How do I move around here? Oh, okay. So I don't... Oh, there we go. Ankle biter. A leg cutter. So it looks like in combat I can spec towards traps or spec towards pistol combat. Hard-boiled detective. Keep an extra bullet loaded, gaining a chance to deal double damage. But I'm presuming at the cost of an additional bullet. Higher proficiency with the battle rifle. Oh man, I'm gonna have to get some more ammunition. Vigor or mind. Extra clip carries 7 more pistol rounds. Oh, I've got an ammunition limit? Really? Field medic. Heavy ordnance. Unnatural recovery. Or mind. Smart packing. Carry up to 25 pieces of any crafting material. Crafting efficiency. 15% chance to save materials when crafting. Or absolute clarity. Earn more experience and stay sane for slightly longer. Ooh, I earn more experience. Remain sane for much longer. Gain more experience from all sources. The earlier I take this, the more it's going to help me. So I should probably get this first. Okay, well, that's it. And my map markers have all been taken off because I've completed that quest. Okay, let's head to the boat.
I gave you clear instructions, did I not?
Okay. Ooh, cutscene. Whoa! Ah! What is that? Lost at sea. Robert Throgmorton funded an expedition. Oh, I just read that. Most of the Blackwoods vanished after the flood. Oh, okay. Costume unlocked. Day wear. All right, I'll show you where to get that in a minute. What's this? Oh, it's that picture we saw at the beginning.
Crew of the Cyclops. Semper Fortis, brothers.
Always strong. So wait, does that mean that he was a Marine? Or part of the Navy? My Diary, Part 1. I don't know what exactly sank the USS Cyclops. I only remember the screams and the metal creaking, water filling the deck, and my headache, the worst I've ever had. I found myself among the floating seaweed, drowning. A nearby piece of boat helped me survive and reach the shore of a small island. They found me on it later, starving, half mad, and babbling about the ancient ruins and their denizens. The officials said none of what I thought I'd seen was real, but my memories are true. My strange powers gained after that ordeal prove it. I found something horrible on that island, something old and dark and slithering, and it still haunts me. Uh-oh, we've got slithering snake tentacle things that give us mental mind palace powers. Here we go. A plea for help. Dear Mr. Reed, I understand that you are the private eye that caught the murderer at the port. My life is in danger, and I cannot trust anyone in this city. Please come to my room, which is just opposite yours. I am in despair. My studies have drawn the attention of vile forces. They stalk me and will take me soon. I have cast my lot, and am beyond saving, but the 7 books must be saved at any cost. Even if I am gone, find my notes there. This knowledge must not be lost, as it could be our kind's last hope for enlightenment. Please be the bearer of this light, for I have failed. Side quest. Mystic Tomes. Oh, great. So now we've got 2 quests. New lore, documents, that's my diary. Inspector Cake says, fun fact, the USS Cyclops was a real ship that sunk in the Bermuda Triangle in 1918. Oh. That makes it all the more interesting. Let's see, what's this? USW Charles Reed.
Never again, they say.
A dog tag? All that we see or seem is just a dream within a dream. The window's closed. Why is the drape flapping? The window is closed. It's the details. I should probably craft some stuff, huh? Pistol or revolver. An Army issue Bolt M11, easy to handle and carry concealed, a privatized weapon of choice. A trusty 6-shooter, Bolt Model D, nicknamed the Widowmaker, uses powerful 44-40 cartridges. So it's more expensive to craft this ammunition, but it does more damage. 2468, so that's going to give me 4. Well, I get more bang for my buck with this one, but it's going to be a weaker weapon. Well, I don't know what my crafting materials cap is at the moment, so I won't craft anything just yet. Laudanum.
No matter how much of this I chug down, the visions always return.
There we go. King's robes. Well, there's the yellow mustard outfit that our good greeter was wearing. Then there's the daywear that I just unlocked. Man of Science. Ah, Fisherman. I like that one. Police envoy. Plague Doctor. Whoa. When am I going to get that? Master Sleuth. Okay, there's my Sherlock Holmes outfit. Cultist. Ew. Oh. Oh no, his skin tunic has nipples. That's horrifying. The Vishyavanka? The Vishyavanka? It's like a Russian outfit? Alright, daywear or wind cut. Oh man, that pea jacket, that's great. Oh, I love that. Okay. Well, how are we doing on time? Oh, fantastic. We're not even 2 hours in. We've got time. Hello. Note from J. Vanderberg. Mr. Reed, it seems that you overexerted yourself while conducting the investigation for Mr. Throgmorton. Forgive me for this audacity, but I brought you to the Devil's Reef while you were unconscious. Please, take more care of yourself in the future. I won't be there for you every time. Johannes. Okay, so that explains how we collapsed in the street and then magically appeared at this place. But if that's true, if he really did that, then he must have rifled through all of our stuff to set out our picture, our mementos, and our dog tags, which is a bit creepy. Well, good to have that guardian angel watching us. Wait, what's that? Hello. Raids on Innsmouthers. The number of attacks on the Innsmouth immigrants has increased. Raids are intensifying with more and more Innsmouthers exposed to abuse and assault. Oh no, is this because of what we did? Sometimes whole families are found dead in their houses. Police are on the case with several illegal Innsmouther businesses captured and their owners sent to jail. The city ought to have been cleansed of these fish-faced scum long ago, said Robert Throgmorton, head of the Throgmorton Grand family. Oh no! I regret only one thing, that it all started too late. Had we not neglected our civic duties, my son Albert would still be here with us. I made a mistake, guys. Oh no, I made a mistake. But it seemed right. It seemed right. All the evidence pointed to it being a purposeful murder. But maybe it was right. Maybe he really did murder him on purpose and he wasn't affected by some sort of other power. Despite that, we should have been able to predict the way that Throgmorton would use this to persecute the Innsmouthers. Okay, Charles W. Reed, private detective. My name is already here?
Makes this place feel more like home. I miss Boston already.
All right, just across the hall, he said. Nope. Yep. Hello. And that's all this is for, okay? Inspector Cake says, Ox, you didn't make a mistake. You made the best decision you could. Yeah, but even at that time, I was thinking that that might happen. Okay, so, ooh, we've got scrawls on the ground. Uh-oh, we've got like cultist things going on here. Whoa! Tome in the ruins. Local women were talking about a ruined house in central Coverside near the radio tower on the crossing of Landing Avenue and Kingsport Street. They said the ghosts of the house owner and his family still read the unholy book they kept. Several newcomers who tried to settle in those ruins have gone mad. So more evidence for our side case. It doesn't mark it on our map. It is in Coverside, right? The ruins near the radio tower in central Coverside. There's Central Street. I don't see a radio tower. I guess we got to go outside and look for it. All right, what's this? Book in the bank. Talking with locals is never easy, but this old chap was one of the queerest yet. He was happy to talk about the book, but only laughed when I proposed to buy it. I left it in the most guarded place of the city and paid enough to keep it there until the world ends. And if it is abandoned after the flood, even better. Ignorance is the best guardian. I'm guessing he meant the abandoned bank building in Northern Advent on Forefathers Street between Halong Street and Wenhalf Avenue. Thank you for the precise instructions. Alas, it would be too dangerous to go there by myself. Book in the bank. Lore. Ooh. Raids on the Innsmouthers. That's the Oakmont Chronicle. That's the police station. Okay, hold on a minute. Let's go back. In Northern Advent on Forefathers Street, between Highlong and Windhalf. Northern Advent. So a completely different zone. Northern Advent. Forefathers Street, between Highlong and Windhalf. Forefathers Street. Forefathers Street, between Highlong and Windhalf. There's Highlong. There's Windhalf. So, right there. Cool. Did that door just close by itself? Another drape fluttering in the wind out of a closed window. Oh dear. The Hidden Book. It took a lot of effort to track down this book. After being stolen from the Throgmorton Museum, it was bought by a local surgeon who was found dead in his house after the flood. I snuck in and checked out his place, but in vain. Still, there is somewhere else the tome may be. The private hospital in Western Reed Heights, where the surgeon worked, has been abandoned. The archives say it is on Bourbon Road, between Innsmouth Road and Oak Street. Okay. Reed Heights, Bourbon Road, Innsmouth Road, and Oak Street. Reed Heights, between on Bourbon Road. No, between Bourbon Road and Inn Street. On Bolton Road. On Bourbon Road, between Innsmouth Road and Oak Street. On Bourbon Road, between Innsmouth Road and... what street? Between Innsmouth Road and Oak Street. Hospital building. The Hidden Book. Okay, what was the other one? Talking about a ruined house in central Coverside near the radio tower on the crossing of Landing Avenue and Kingsport Street. On the crossing of Landing Avenue and Kingsport Street. Okay, Landing Avenue and Kingsport. Landing Avenue and Kingsport. The ruins near the radio tower in central Coverside on the crossing of Landing Avenue and Kingsport Street. Whoops. All right, done. Now, next. Waiting Book. Building the church was his reputation. Day after day he worked without payment, carrying stones and putting them in the moist soil of Salvation Harbor. At night, when he returned to his house behind the church, he could not sleep. The book his ancestors brought across the ocean called when the church was built. Matthew says, good day to you, Ox. You liking the game so far? Yeah, I mean, it's quirky. It's got its rough edges, but I am liking the game so far. At night, when he returned to his house behind the church, he could not sleep. The book his ancestors brought across the ocean called... Oh, I read that. When the church was built, the priest found him hanged on the bell ropes, but the book is still waiting for someone to come and read it. His house is in central Salvation Harbor. on the Old Church Road between Seven Oaks Street and Windheim Street. Still has a bad fame, and no one wants to live there even after the flood. Okay, Salvation Harbor, Old Church, Seven Oaks, Windheim. All right, Salvation Harbor. Old Church Street. Old Church Street between Seven Oaks. No, near to... Oh, no, it's on Old Church. Between Seven Oaks and Windheim. Near the Redemption Church. Well, where's Seven Oaks? Seven Oaks. Between Seven Oaks and Windheim on Old Church Street. So, right there. The Waiting Book. Bewitched Tome. The local legends may be more than mere superstition. A dozen witches were hanged on a huge apple tree that still grows near the cider mill. Among these documents is a confession. One of the witches said the devil himself granted them a book with words of power. This book, lots of powerful books in this game. This book hides itself from mortal eyes, waiting for the witches to be reborn and return to claim it. The witch who wrote this confession lived in eastern Reed Heights, somewhere north of the intersection of Communion Road and Museum Avenue. Could the book still be hidden there? Okay, back to the map we go. Reed Heights is over here. Reed Heights, north of the intersection of Communion Road and Museum Avenue. All right, Communion Road. Oh, God. Communion Road and Museum Avenue. Communion Road, Museum Avenue. Eastern Reed Heights, north of the intersection. So, like right there. The Tome of the Mire, or the Mire. Mire? The fishermen talk of a place near the Blackwood Manor on the southern part of Whisper Street, where meetings occur in the dead of night. The locals don't like this part of eastern Grimhaven Bay because they seem to fear those who gather near the half-built ships. They say a certain book is read at these meetings. Another book? Okay. A cursed tome that makes people so crave the sea's touch that they go and drown in the ocean. The one reading the book stands on a cursed boat that sinks in the fog. Those who saw it touch the shore. Those who saw it touch the shore have either gone mad or disappeared. Guardsman J. Bravo says, are you playing this in Ultra? If not, you should. I am playing it on Ultra quality and resolution. I hope you all can tell. Okay. Tome of the Mire. Mire. So this is Eastern Grimhaven Bay. So that was the zone I just came from. Eastern. On the southern end of Whisper Street. Near the road to Blackwood Manor. On the southern end of Whisper Street, near the road to Blackwood Manor. Where's Blackwood Manor? I'm guessing it's this. Is that Blackwood Manor? Well, we'll put it there for now. Wait, no, this is Whisper Street. Oh, it goes all the way over here. It doesn't give me a crossroad, though. But this is the southern end, so we'll just put it there. I don't see a Blackwood Road or anything like that. Maybe it's not marked. Jack Wolf says, why is it always a book? Why never a scroll, stone, or a metal tablet, or tattooed skin? Or, for something more modern, why not a flash drive or disc? Totem, or, I don't know, something other than a plot element involving a secret book. Okay, here we go. The Wheel Tome. I had a dream so real it still makes my hands shake. A huge Ferris wheel rose amidst the city. People got on and rode it higher and higher before jumping off at its peak. As the pile of corpses grew bigger, the crowd pushed me to the wheel. And then I saw a man with a leather bag. He was standing in the center of the wheel and reading from a book again. His awful dirge was making the wheel rotate and dragging the crowd to their slaughter. Could this vision be real? I know where a Ferris wheel is at the park in western Old Grove, near Century Avenue and Beacon Street, but where could the book be? Okay. Old Grove, western Old Grove, near Century Avenue and Beacon Street. There's Century Avenue and Beacon Street. This must be the amusement park. Let's put the icon there. Hayden says, oh my god, hi Oxhorn, I love your Fallout lore. Thank you so much. I love making the Fallout lore videos. And another, the nightmares. I boarded up the windows and locked the door. They are just men, the Yellow Kings gang. Uh-oh, the Yellow Kings gang? They can't get here now. Now there's only me and these nightmares. A little longer, and I'll figure them out. Whoa, I think we just found out why we got evil vibes from our Johannes guy, Vandenberg. He may be part of this Yellow Kings gang. The nightmares. Okay, anything else in here? Oh! What the blazes? Okay. What's this? Keep it down, Mr. Archer. I've seen you dragging things into your room. Mind the floors. I'll make you pay for any scratches you leave. Your landlord.
The door won't budge.
So the room right on the other side of mine, we've got a guy dragging things into it. Ooh. I have expected all of these to be locked down. Hello. I'm just gonna go into everybody's private rooms and snoop around. It's what I do. Private investigator. Oh, looks like this guy's a private investigator too. What's this? Too many coincidences. So the lighthouse is out. Several ships have gotten lost at sea, and some are now decorating the city's beaches. That's one thing, but now there's an enterprising fellow at the city port hiring salvagers to recover ships. He's turning a tiny profit from selling them. Can't be a coincidence. Need to look into it. Now, if only this city wasn't so impossible to navigate. Guardsman J. Bravo says, I'd prefer it if you used a Luger chambered for 9mm. I'm not particular myself. Some are now decorating the city's beaches. Fellow at the city port hiring salvagers. Too many coincidences. There's the city port. That must be where the lighthouse was. And someone's hiring salvagers. Can I place a note here? No, that one I can't place. Okay, guess I'll just bear that in mind. Guardsman J. Bravo says you missed the last one. Oh, hold on. Okay, sorry. He says, what I don't like about this game is your 1911 uses 38 special and not the same ammo as your Tommy gun, the 45. I see. I'm not a gun guy, though. I don't know a lot about guns, so, I mean, that didn't stick out in my mind. Okay. Looks like that's it for this room. I came from there. So the blue doors I can go in, right? And the green doors I can't? Yep, looks that way. Oh, hello! It's a Satan shrine. And I can't take a picture of that either. I guess sleeping doesn't restore my health. I still have my lost health from swimming earlier. Jay Guardsman says we need a mod that changes ammo for the 1911. I'm sure that would be a popular mod. So I can't interact with this strange picture of this demon guy. Maybe it'll become important later. Looks like that's it for this floor. They've got pictures of monsters on the wall and everything.
Finally, you're awake. Gotta tell you, though, mister, you want to stay on here, you stop making all that noise.
What noise?
Noise? What noise are you talking about?
I expect my guests to be respectable. Moans, chanting, all that kind of thing. It stops, all right?
Got any proof it was me? It could have been one of my neighbors. I slept like a rock. I didn't hear a thing.
That's exactly what a newcomer would say. Your neighbors are respectable people and would never do such a thing. Don't think your yellow-clad patron means you get away with everything.
You're not exactly friendly with your guests. Aren't we the ones keeping you in business?
All these newcomers after the flood, they're stark raving mad.
What do you mean?
You can't imagine the crazy notes and books I find after they move out. Only thing they're good for is lighting the kitchen stove.
Can I have a look?
I knew it. I tell you, no one sane would be interested. And you want to take a look? Well, fine. Take what you wish.
What? Did he just do a huge document dump? Oh my gosh. Letters from Oakmont. All this new stuff. Oh, wow. Big document dump here. Okay. The hotel owner allowed me to look through the weird notes he found in the rooms of disappeared newcomers. Among them, I found several pages from the diary of a man describing his life in Oakmont. He suffered from visions and marked the places where they happened. Was he trying to avoid them? Lullaby Crossroad. Inspector Cake says, can Oxen ammo the Lovecraft references? No, I can't. I'm enjoying the game, though. Today I fell asleep on the street. I'm sure it's connected to my visions somehow, because I felt the same nausea and headache as before the strike. It happened in Coverside, near the corner of Tanner Street and Old Church Road. I felt dizzy and my mouth was full of bittersweet taste. I saw a woman with kind eyes giving me a drink and whispering something. Immediately after that, I fell asleep and spent nearly half the day laying in dirt like a hobo. It's a miracle no one stole anything from me. Okay. Coverside, Tanner Street, and Old Church Road. Old Church Road. Tanner Street and Old Church Road. Tanner Street. I mean, this is western Coverside. There's Old Church Road. Am I blind? Where's Tanner Street? Maybe it's not marked. Bassett Street, Freedom Ave, Howard Street, Orchard Ave, Old Church Road. This is Bassett Street. Hubert, Roosevelt Street. Looking for Tanner Street. Tanner Street. Oh, right there. So it wasn't in Coverside. Wow, this is northwestern Coverside. So it's right there. No. There. Okay, next one. Innsmouthers notes. The local Innsmouthers scare me a lot. I've never seen a place with so many ill people. Their faces pursue me even in visions. Recently, I was in the northern part of Grimhaven Bay, walking down Whisper Street. I barely made it to Hubert Avenue when the visions came. I stood among many Innsmouthers, disguised as one of them, and listened. Their leader read the story of a captain participating in pagan rites, copulating with savage witches and beasts, bringing sacrifices. I still remember his name, Obed. Okay, the northern part of Grimhaven Bay, walking down Whisper Street. Grimhaven Bay, walking down Whisper Street. At the corner of Hubert Avenue. Nantucket, Deep Shore, Funtlock, interesting. Whisper Street, Hubert Avenue. Ugh. Central Street. Okay, Nantucket. Central Street, Deep Shore Road, Uncertainty, Whisper Street. And then that ends. Whisper Street comes up here to Wharf Street. Turns into Landing Avenue. So at the corner of Hubert Avenue and Whisper Street? I must be blind. I mean, this is the only... oh, there it is. Hubert Avenue. It's marked over there in Coverside. There we go. Next. Terrible Fetus. Oh, great. What's this one going to be? After this vision, I shake in fear at the sound of a child's cry. It happened in Western Reed Heights on Washington Street. I passed Eben Street and was heading towards Oak Street, but I saw it. The thing was running so fast I didn't even understand what it was. It jumped from the window and the vision struck me immediately. I saw a man, a doctor, hiding in the room. He was writing something with a shaking hand, something like a last will. How would he know what it was? Okay. And then I saw the thing stalking him. A fetus on thin, pointy legs with a little face full of evil and hatred. It's shrieking. I can't forget it. What in the world? Okay. Oh, well, I hope we don't see that. Western Reed Heights. Okay, Western Reed Heights. Washington Street. Okay, one thing at a time. Washington Street. Western Reed Heights. That's Yellow King Ave. Washington Street. Yeah, Washington Street. Between Iban Street and Oak Street. There's Oak Street. Where's Iban Street? Iban Street. So there's where the walking fetus was. Great. Next. Man, from behind, I can't help but turn around at any noise after what I saw yesterday. I walked down the Murdoch Avenue in Western Advent, and near Oak Street, I was hit with an excruciating migraine. My nose started to bleed, and the visions came. I saw one man writing a letter and another about to strike him from behind. Somehow, I was both the spectator and the sitting man. But no matter how I cried out, warnings, or tried to move, it didn't work. It seems I lost consciousness when the killer hit the man's head, and it took me several hours to get back to the hotel after. Okay, I walked down the Murdoch Avenue in Western Advent. All right, Advent, Western Advent, Murdoch Avenue. And Oak Street, near the corner of Murdoch Avenue and Oak Street. So right here. Bingo. Voices from the pipes. I'm afraid of the bathroom and kitchen sink. Each time I want to wash my hands, I tremble in fear. What if they talk to me? This began after a vision in Western Reed Heights, near the crossing of Eben, Ward, and Baker Streets. I saw a man naked and covered in blood in a room without doors or windows, surrounded by the dark holes of the pipes. He was cutting himself, piece by piece, feeding those copper mouths. Ugh. They were whispering with voices so sweet and promising, but full of hunger and hatred. How could he believe them? Could he even escape? And had they noticed me? All right, Reed Heights, Western Reed Heights. Western Reed Heights up here. Near the crossing of Baker, Ward, and Eben Streets. Baker, okay, Ward, Eben, and Baker Street, right there. Static in the ears. Brian says, ha ha ha, just leave town. This place is messed up. Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff going on here. I was walking the Lumbert Street in Eastern Reed Heights when this happened again. It's not just a vision, but a noise. Hissing radio static, growing louder and louder. Voices from afar were lost in it, crying desperately. I tried not to show how bad it was. I was afraid to reveal it to the locals. The images came after I passed Bullock Street towards Hellig Street. The hissing flooded my mind, and I saw a man surrounded by radios talking to them. He was dying. I felt it. and when it happened, the vision was gone. Okay, I was walking the Lombard Street in Eastern Reed Heights. Reed Heights again. But Eastern, I was walking the Lombard Street between Hellig Street and Bullock Street. Between Hellig and Bullock. Bingo. Call of the Ocean. Tonight, the air forced me to leave the hotel. The putrid smell of rotting seaweed and fish made it hard to breathe. I remembered a huge apple tree and thought it may be nicer there. Moreover, I was afraid that the hotel owner would see my seizures. The visions occurred when I was a few blocks from the apple tree, walking East Brown Street in Central Shells. I felt I was drowning. I ran forward, and when I passed the street of St. Michael's Church, I felt the water surrounding me, pressing, calling. I needed all my will to fight the desire to go to the Mire and sink to its depths. All right. East Brown Street in Central Shells. Shells, we haven't been here yet. East Brown Street in Central. Okay, so there. East Brown Street to the east of the corner with St. Michael's Road. This is a weird looking corner to the east, so it looks flooded. Central Shells, East Brown Street to the east of the corner with St. Michael's Road. So that's going to be here. Roundabouts. Disgusting exhalation. No matter how different my visions may be, they are always so frightening. Today it was man. He left a house in southern Old Grove on Warwick Street, somewhere between Seaside and Hillside Streets. Our eyes met, and I immediately felt the burning exhalation, a wild torrent of emotions. I saw him among the monstrosities, touching them, embracing them, kissing them. The vision was so intense, I bent in two and threw up all my breakfast. He walked past saying something like, "Cursed newcomers," and I prayed he wouldn't stop to help. Even now, when I close my eyes, I see the creatures around this man. Okay. Southern Old Grove on Warwick Street. Southern Old Grove on Warwick Street between Seaside and Hillside. Seaside and Hillside. This is a long street, though. So where here? I'll just put in the middle here. Mirrors, mirrors, I'm afraid someone stalks me. It started when I visited Western Advent and had a vision at the intersection of Purity Road and Oak Street. I saw mirrors full of reflections and someone trapped, trying in vain to escape. His expression of fear and panic shook me deeply. After that, a very tall and skinny man started following me in the distance. What troubles me is that I see him in the reflections, but have never caught a straight view of this stalker. I'm sure the police will mock me if I come asking for protection. Seems it's time to buy a good, trustworthy gun and start to practice. Advent, Western Advent, Purity Road and Oak. Western Advent, Purity Road and Oak. Lone child. The visions are testing me, playing with my mind. My old forgotten fears come to life. When I was small, I was afraid to stay alone. I thought my parents would leave and never come back. Today I went to the eastern streets of Coverside, and the visions came on the corner of St. Elmo Lane and Kingsport Street. I felt I was alone, forgotten in a locked room, hungry and frightened. It was so scary to stay inside, but everything was much worse behind the door. Something scratching in the corridor, and there were terrifying screams from outside. I could not run, could not hide. I just waited for Mom to return. Eastern streets of Coverside. St. Elmo Lane and Kingsport. Kingsport. St. Elmo Lane. Forlorn Woman. Timothy says, hello, Oxhorn, long-time video watcher, first-time live chat walker. Well, I'm glad you decided to join the program today. Good to have you here. This city, no matter how badly the flood damaged it, has an unnatural appeal. I can't stop myself from walking, even if it means being struck by further visions. I went to the eastern part of the Salvation Harbor. Near the crossing of Fitz O'Callahan Street and Old Church Road, it came. The feeling of loneliness and fear was immense. I was a woman, locked in a room, infected and slowly rotting. What the heck? My body turned into something. It itched badly in my face. I had to hold the skin with both hands to prevent it from growing until I suffocated. I ended up sitting on the road crying until some Innsmouther kicked me and ordered me away. Yes, such unnatural appeal this city has. I can't help but walk, even if it means I'm going to have a vision that incapacitates me and turns me into a bubbling mess in the middle of the road. Lovely city. Okay, Salvation Harbor. Where is Salvation Harbor? Okay, our first one here. The crossing of Fritz and O'Callahan. All right, Eastern. Fritz and O'Callahan. Fitz O'Callahan. Oh, no. It's Fitz O'Callahan Street and Old Church Road. Okay, there's Old Church Road. Where's Fitz O'Callahan Street? There it is. Fitz O'Callahan Street, Old Church Road. No. Forlorn Woman. Okay, well, that was a nice bit of work we did there. And we've got everything marked on our map. That's great. Okay, anything else for me?
I'm watching you, newcomer.
That's great. To my dear nephew, my dear Victor, how is Oakmont treating you? Should you require any support, the Blackwoods will be happy to help you. I have arranged for that. Regarding your question, I don't know where Robert went, sadly, only that he did not stay in Innsmouth. Perhaps there is hope he didn't perish in that cursed raid. Take good care of the hotel, please. Plenty of our relatives were interested in the property, but you're still my favorite nephew. I know the Devil's Reef is in good hands. Kind regards, Aunt Portia. All right. Ooh, that's a big shell. Anything else? Doesn't look that way. Matthew says, enjoyed your stream. I'm off to the pub. Later, mate. Later, my friend. Enjoy your time at the pub. All right, so this is his back storage room. Look at that. We're going to steal some stuff. Got some shell casings. All right. Goes upstairs. Ooh. Whoa, that's a big crab. Getting some Obra Dinn vibes from that crab. Got a note here. To Walter. Walter, K help you if I hear you're peddling your cheap affordable living again. I could live with you renting out beast-ridden flop houses, but you're cutting into my profit. Don't make that mistake. I know you're on the fish market, and I have dangerous people living here that I can send after you. You've been warned, Vic. Ooh. So Victor is the guy here at the Devil's Reef, and he was authoring this letter to a guy named Walter. Is that the guy we met at the crime scene? All right, out we go. At last, the Opens Street. New fast travel point, Devil's Reef. So we can fast travel. Good to know. Let's see, what's this? Oh, it just makes me look at the map and shows me where I'm at. So there I am. There's the boat. Oh, wow. This is just... So there's the boat. Okay, so I can take that boat. Okay, well, what's the closest one to me? Well, I've got these couple in Coverside. Actually... Okay, so I have a main quest and all of these little side quests. So what do? Do we start a side quest or just focus on the main quest for now? Let's work on the main quest. It's on northern Coverside at the crossroads of Asher Road and Hubert. Northern Coverside, the crossroads of Asher Road and Hubert. Asher turns into freedom. There we go. Northern Coverside Crossroads. The key to the headquarters. Okay, so it looks like we don't have to take a boat from there. Oh, actually we do, because that's our hotel. And we're blocked off by water here. Mr. Yushikin says work on the side quests to keep those map markers down. All right, maybe I'll do that. Robert Throgmorton will be waiting for my report in his manor in Southern Old Grove. Southern Harbor, Southern Old Grove. Is that his manor? This is probably his manor. Throgmorton Manor. Let's put that there. Okay, well. Our main quest here is the closest one. Wait, what happened to all my other... Oh, that's because I selected the primary quest. Oh. So, there you go. That makes much more sense. I could select which case I want to look at, and then, going to the map, it shows all of these different things on my map. That helps with a lot of the clutter. That's the amusement park, not the manor, Ox. Oh. Yeah, you're right. All right, I'll move it. I'll move it later. Okay, well, let's focus on side quests then. Let's do Mystic Tomes, because this has fewer locations. So the closest one for Mystic Tomes is going back down here. Okay, so that's why everything was about tomes and books. That's the name of the quest, Mystic Tomes. Looks like I can take my boat all the way from here to this point. So let's do it. Actually, can I get a boat over here? Devil's Reef Hotel. Hello. Infested area. Uh-oh. Okay. What did I just find here? Can I jump up? Men's finest clothing. Okay, it looks like I can't jump up. So not sure how I inspect that infested area. And then these doors are all closed off. And there is a boat over here. Great, so I don't have to go around. Oh, the infested area is down here. I wonder why it went on my map when I walked too close to there. Ooh, get out now. Get out, leave now, it says on the wall. Oh, my. All right, let's get in the boat. Actually, let's follow this real quick. Oh, lots of people walking around. It has such unique charm. Let's see what happens. Hello. Hi. Okay, I guess they're just everyday townsfolk. All right, let's get back to the boat. TJ says, by the way, Oxhorn, checked Boston on Google Maps instead of Fort Strong. There's the Deer Island water sanitation. Would alternate history explain why the plant is where Warwick Homestead is? Yeah, I'm sure that that's what they would say. An alternate history would explain all of those deviations. Okay, let's go down Old Colony, take a right onto Central. It turns onto Whisper. Then we can disembark over here to get the Tome of the Mire. This calls for a new cigar. I've got a boat. All right. It's called the Cyclops 2. What? Why is it called the Cyclops 2? How did they know our former submarine was called the Cyclops? Okay. Ooh, electricity. Man, this is so cool. This so far is the coolest part of the game. It's like an open world, partially submerged city. Look at this. Okay, there's Central Street. So we need to take a right on Central. Little Fisherman. Ooh, what's this? Can't talk with her. But I can steal her stuff. Did I not get anything? Is my inventory full of scrap already? Okay, maybe I should start crafting some ammo. Okay, I'm not there yet, but look at that hole in the wall. I've got to explore the hole in the wall. Oh, hey. Okay, it's growling at me. I'm sure that's fine. Let's quick save. Can we quick save? Is there a quick save option? Let's save. This is my first game save. Here we go. Let's switch to my revolver. Okay. Oh, I still hear it. Where did it go? Where did it go? It just vanished. Where is it? Oh, where did it go? I hate this. I hate not knowing where it went. Did it dive? Did I shoot it into the water? It's underneath me. Okay, well, let's explore while we're here. Ooh. First aid kit. Instructions for the needy. If you feel you can't stand the hunger, pain, and disease of this world, accept my gift. The blue pill you've got in your hand is my answer to your prayers. Take it and you'll be fed. Take it and the pain will go away. The next hour of your life will be blessed. One pill and you'll be happy till the end of your life, I promise. Bluebird, of course you promise because it kills you. Oh, man, someone is killing the poor and homeless by giving them poisoned pills. That's messed up. Oh, who would do that, though? Is it above? Did I knock it into the building above? Foot trap, alcohol, coil springs, shell casing, and gunpowder. Holy cow, that was a very nice find. .12-gauge shotgun shell, but I haven't got a shotgun yet. Ah! Body. It's gonna get me trapped in this. I think that's it. Oh. I'm not about to go swimming. I got the loot that I wanted. Let's get out of here. All right. Well, that was fun. Okay, let's see, where were we? So we keep going straight to get to Whisper Street. Eric says the Sinking City Jonestown edition. Oh, I don't know, man. Too soon. Too soon. Oh, a merchant? Can I buy from him? No? But I can steal from him. Oh, but what did I get? It didn't say I got anything. Why have the last two boxes I've gotten not said I had anything? Bluebird. It must be because I'm full. A shot of powerful antipsychotics to keep your mind clear when you need it. Ignore the side effects. Ignore the side effects list. First aid kit. A standard army issue first aid kit containing a set of bandages. Is it because I've maxed out my first aid kits? Okay, well, since I am wounded a bit, let's use a first aid kit. Then let's see if I can loot it again. And I can't loot it again. Interesting. Okay, let's remind ourselves what the note said. The Tome of the Mire. Where does... There. The fishermen talk of a place near the Blackwood Manor on the southern part of Whisper Street where meetings occur in the dead of night. The locals don't like this part of eastern Grimhaven Bay because they seem to fear those who gather near the half-built ships. They say a certain book is read at these meetings, a cursed tome that makes people so crave the sea's touch that they go and drown in the ocean. The one reading the book stands on a cursed boat that sinks in the fog. There's the manor. There's the boat. Do I need to come back here in the dead of night? Or is that the boat? Again, I'm really confused with loot. It's not telling me what I'm getting. New location, infested area. Uh-oh. Oh, but that's up there. Ooh, okay. Shall we board this electricity sparkling boat? It all looks perfectly innocent to me. Okay. The Book of Dagon. The book is old and damp. It is a translation, and a rough draft at that. Littered with footnotes and corrections, the rituals of Dagon's servants, including summoning and sacrifice, are intermixed with other advice. One dictates the proper breeding with humans so as to grow the deep one's numbers, bring the slaves on the shore in the hour of high moon, cut the skin in the lines of unholy names of Neshiratanam and Nesarag Amalkasit, and mix their blood with sand in a pit. Place the dolphin's eye within and say thrice, Ya Uztumem Krahash Ahagog Ra Kev Kev. Let the slaves fall and crawl in the waters and direct your prayers to the watching eye of our master. I got a knowledge point. Yay. I mean, I still hear the sparkly noise. Well, I did a minute ago. Okay, well, I got that. Lore. Rarities, Mystic Tomes, the Book of Dagon. And this one is done. What's with that manor? Do I go up to the manor or not? Let's do a hard save. Just to see. I don't want to skip ahead of the main story. I mean, we should probably go get the next book. Oh, we got a dead guy here. It's boarded up, but I do see a symbol there. It's pronounced Dagon Ox, says Inspector Cake. Okay, thank you. Hey, there's that lighthouse we read about. Ooh, a ship. Oh, it crashed right into the... Okay, so maybe I'm coming here too early, which is why we find it boarded up. What is that? Is that a mystical box floating in the sky? What is that? Or is that the bucket on the other end of the crane? Must be the bucket on the other end of the crane. Hey, we found a door. Okay. Probably get my gun out, huh? Oh, it's an eyeball. Yay. Okay. Oh. Inspector Cake says, oh wait, nuts, it's actually Dagon. Well, I'm sure the evil gods will forgive us for mispronouncing it. All right, there's a big eye here. Why? I hope there's no penalty for coming to a location before you're supposed to.
The door won't budge.
Must be the front door. Ooh, shark teeth. Okay, downstairs or upstairs? What is it? Oh man, let's do that. Let's do the basement last. I can't loot that. Man, my inner Fallout looter is a little disappointed with this location so far. I haven't found any loot here. Lots of chests, but no loot. It's a cool little manor, though. Well, all right. I'm glad we went upstairs first. There's nothing here. Maybe we'll have to come back here. Oh! It's a deeper, darker basement. Oh, hello! It's a ritual circle! Should we stand in the middle? Oh. 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 Well, there's some of that white paint. Oh, wait, no, that's a cracked lantern. All right, there's something going on here, but I think we came here too early. I can't interact with anything here. So maybe I should just stick with quests, I guess. Are these graves? I have a shovel, but I guess I can't dig them up. Okay. Well, I think I must have come here too early. That's my only explanation. Ooh, hello. Nope. Right. Well, let's just get back to what we were supposed to do. Let's find the next tome. How about that?
The door won't budge.
In his house in the depths, the dead sailor was dreaming, waves dreaming. I can't take a picture of him. The dead sailor waits dreaming. In his house in the depths, the dead sailor waits dreaming. Ooh, squid face. Okay, so before I lose myself with all of this exploration, let's go back to the boat and find the next tome. The next closest one is this one in Coverside. Now, is there going to be a boat waiting for me here? Let's go find out.
Snubbing, landlubber.
What is that? It's like a big pillar. Grimhaven Bay East. New tip from Werewolf of the Savage. Well, Werewolf the Savage, thank you. Okay, so Grimhaven Bay East. What is that? What are you guys doing? Playing with mud? What about you, my fishy friend?
Staring, newcomer. Get the truck out of here.
And now they're fighting over mud. Another throwing mud. Hey. Play nice, guys. There's a human. He won't talk to me. So there's an infested area over here. I wonder what that means. You know what? I'll probably find another one as I go up here. So we'll leave it alone for now.
What's your problem?
Yep, sure enough, another boat. Okay, so we need to follow... Oh, it's just right up here. Werewolf the Savage says, I've been watching your channel for 5 years now. Well, thank you so much for watching for so long. I hope you'll be watching for 5 more years to come. And then 5 years after that. All right, we've got another phone booth right here. Hello from the Philippines, says Windaria. Thank you, Windaria. Oh, looks like there's no map here. Hey, here we go. Okay. Oh. Basement. Holy cow! Okay. What was that? Oh my gosh. Well, there's my first death. Killed by phantoms from another dimension. Where did I... Oh, it's saved at... What? I think it teleported me up here. I was down here, wasn't I? No, I was on the other side. I was here. Did I kill them all? Okay, got him. Don't know if it was worth it. I'm completely out of ammo now, but I got him. Oh wait, I have a point to spend, don't I? Yeah, knowledge points. Let's get more experience. Aim for the glowing parts. Oh, is that how it works? Okay, will do. So it looks like the corpses fade after a time. Here, let's craft more ammunition. Shapes. The shapes, the angles. Why must everything be so straight, so precise, so sickening? I cannot even return to my old home, or my own home. I'd have to pass far too many of those unnatural portals. 2 parallel lines times 2 and crossing each other. The symmetry. But symmetry is not our friend. Is this a plan? Is this all a setup of some malevolent force to exploit? Heal yourself. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. All right. Let's craft some more. So to craft a first aid kit, I need alcohol and coil springs. I've got plenty of those. So let's stock up. And I'm all good on antipsychotics. There, now let's craft some of these. And then one more of these. Good to go. Oh, and that's a first aid kit. Can't carry anymore. Well, I might as well use one. Rather than let this go to waste. There we go. Full health. So, interesting. Combat in this game does appear to take stealth into consideration. I was able to hide from that one guy for quite some time by crouching and staying behind cover. And it wasn't until after I made a bit of a racket that the other guys came to the defense of that one guy that I was attacking. So we're learning stuff. Hey, what's that? Shotgun shells, but I don't have a shotgun yet. Man, that's what I want. Give me a shotgun. Okay, enough dawdling. Let's go find this next tome. And that's going to be right up there.
Stop it.
Okay, we're here. Tome in the ruins. Local women were talking about a ruined house in Central Coverside near the radio tower on the crossing, blah, blah, blah. They said the ghosts of the house owner and his family still read the unholy book. So we're looking for a ruin. There's the radio tower. Ah! A ruined house. A hand grenade? How do I switch to hand grenades? Let's do a save here. Save. Manual save. So I can't do a running jump, huh? There's something here. Something here. Can I get out there? To the fire escape? What? Okay. What is that? And I can't jump up there? How can I not jump up there? So it's on the other side, but how do I jump up there? All right. How do I get over there? Can I climb over there? No. Oh, hey. Hey. There he is. Ah! That's right. Stand there. Oh, what? Okay. I'm supposed to find a tome. And I bet you I'm supposed to be able to get out that window, because that's the big break in the wall that I need to get to. But I can't get out that window. So how do I get into that big break in the wall? There it is. Casilda's song. Along the shore, the cloud waves break. The twin suns sink beneath the lake. The shadows lengthen in Carcosa. Strange is the night where the black stars rise, and strange moons circle through the skies, but stranger still is lost Carcosa. Song that the Hyades shall sing, where flap the tatters of the king, must die unheard in dim Carcosa. Song of my soul, my voice is dead. Die thou unsung, as tears unshed shall dry and die. Lost Carcosa. Okay. He's looking at his hands now. Going crazy. Well, there's the family. Did we drop? Or do we explore first? Oh! And this was right on the other side. This was what I was trying to jump across. For some reason, it wasn't letting me here. And where's the monster? Okay, well, let's jump down into this pit. Let's save first. And it just brings me down here. Okay, I'm really confused where that big guy went. I hear something, though. Come and get me, man. Just come and get me. I can hear it, but where is it? It was on the other side. Now, I remember there was nothing down here, right? There we go. Oh, yeah. Looks like there was more, but I can't carry anymore. I should start crafting more. Hold on, let's see. What else can I craft? Inventory. Explosives and traps. Metal scrap, cordite, and rags. It's bullets that I'm running low on supplies for. There, I got some more metal scrap. Ooh. Is that the sun? moving fast. Okay, well the big guy is... Thought I just saw something. Hold on. The big guy is spawning on the other side. So let's go to that other side again and see if we can find him. Okay. Let's do a hard save. At least I got the book. This is the room on the other side. Isn't it? Yeah, this is the room on the other side. I don't understand where the big guy is. Maybe I just don't want to meet that guy. If you ever come across a spider monster, just run, says Inspector Cake. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I want to kill it though. I'm going to get my grenades. It was in the street and it somehow got lured into the building the first time. All right. I want to kill it. I want to kill it. It's just up here. How many grenades do I still have? I still have 3 grenades. Did I get the tome? I did. Casilda's song. All right, I got the tome. I've got my grenades. Let's kill this big guy. I know I can do it. What's this? Oh. Where'd you go? I'm getting ammunition for a bunch of wonderful weapons that I don't have. Man, maybe I can't get one of those big guys. These little guys are pretty brutal. And I'm already out of ammunition again. Well, maybe I should just move on to the next tome. Speaking of, where is the next tome? Oh, and I've only got 10 minutes left. Really? I've only got 10 minutes left. Doggone it. Don't forget your knowledge point. Hey, thank you. Okay, let's get that more experience. 10%, 15%. Sweet, we're maxed up on experience gain. That should help us through. What are you doing? Okay, well, where's the next book? I got those two. It's in Old Grove, so I'd have to go up there. One in Old Grove, one in Advent, two in Reed Heights, and then one in Salvation Harbor. So we got a bit of work ahead of us to get all of these. It'll take us all over the world, basically. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and save. I don't think I can get much done this live stream. And there we go. So, that is the Sunken City. Got a lot farther in this broadcast than I did when I played it earlier to test the waters, and I'm enjoying it a lot more now that we can explore the whole city. But I'd love to know what you think of this particular game. Is it as polished as you like? Is it as interesting as you like? Or would you prefer to see a live stream of something a little bit more dynamic, something faster paced, like Far Cry 5? Just let me know your thoughts in the comments of this recording. I'll be sure to read them. Thanks everybody who joined me on this Friday live stream. I do appreciate it. I'm going to be getting to work on my lore videos for the weekend, Broken Steel, and maybe, if I have time, some Fallout 76. So stay tuned for all of that. Lots of good feedback here. Loved it, says Plutonite. Flower Power says, I loved this game. Thanks for the stream, says Drew. That was fun, says Jackson. My vote is for playing it, says Eric the Red. Ash Malachi is in the chat. Brian is in the chat. Good to have the mods here. You need to craft ammo more often, says the Mad Wizard. Well, it's ammunition components that I'm running low on. I seem to have first aid and all of the other stuff, but the ammunition components are tricky. Cool game. Play Mafia 2. No Far Cry 5. Keep playing. Always love the Lovecraftian lore. It's good, especially the mystery. You should live stream more of it. Thanks for the stream. Game is really good. Okay, well, lots of positive reaction. Glad you guys are enjoying it. Maybe we'll play some more of this. Anyway, it was a lot of fun. Thanks for joining me today. New content this weekend, but it's Friday. Have a wonderful rest of your Friday, whether you're at work, you're going out later tonight, having a good old time. Just stay safe, and I'll see you tomorrow morning with hopefully a brand new video, if I get it done. So I better log off so I can get to work. Thanks again. See you soon. Have a good one.